going on, everyone? This is the show where I answer questions and I try to answer them to the best of my ability. This show is very similar to the weekly slap. Definitely take some inspiration from there. But other than that, let's get into it. The first question we have is, have you ever attempted to swallow toothpaste? I have, but it wasn't like Crest or whatever, like the name brand stuff. Back when I was like 6, I'd say, my parents would get me and my brother this toothpaste that's edible. So it doesn't matter if you swallow it. But for some reason, it tasted so good. And there were times when I would just walk into the bathroom, brush my teeth, and then suck it out of the tube. Like I wouldn't put it on my toothbrush. It'd be like a Go-Gurt. Like it was that good. I don't know if that had lasting effects on my health. I hope it didn't. But honestly, I do miss that toothpaste a lot because it was fucking good. All right, let's get into question number 2. What has been the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? I don't know. There have been very like back in the high school, middle school, I definitely wore some out there stuff. But I can't recall anything from back then that was like, so out of pocket where like somebody would look at me and be like, what are you wearing? What are you doing? I won't say it's embarrassing, but I have this Harambe sweater with a Christmas hat on it. Like it's just Harambe's head, right? And he has a Christmas hat on him. And whenever it's Christmas time, I wear that. And I think that's, I wouldn't say that's embarrassing. I'd say that's cool. Anything embarrassing though? I don't know. Did I ever wear a bra? I definitely never wore a Speedo. Did I ever try on a G-string? No, I definitely didn't. Oh, I think I would have remembered if I tried on a G-string. Honestly, I can't think of anything. I'd say the Harambe thing. Alright, next question. What is your most hated mode of transportation? I'd say the bus. Like, trains are okay. Cars are probably the best, preferably the best. Trains aren't bad, airplanes aren't bad. You know what? Fuck it. Airplanes. Most hated mode of transportation. For one reason and one reason only. The time it takes for you to get onto the plane. Well, first to the airport, then on the plane. Then the flight, and then getting off the plane. Actually, it's not even about the flight. The flight's usually fine. But it's just about getting there. And after. Because sometimes it takes an insane part of your day. Like, too long. I mean, it's understandable. You gotta go through security and stuff. I understand that. But it's kind of fucking dumb. Number 4. What is your most favorite pooping position? Now, I'm gonna go with a very casual answer here. I know a lot of people don't do it this way. But I like sitting outwards with my back to the toilet seat. I know I'm in the minority on that. But I think that's just the most comfortable position. I do like the thought of facing your chest toward the back of the toilet seat. Like, it's a nice thought. But I don't think, like, I'd ever... Like, I know, like, you got, like, the little tray back there. Like, the top of the toilet. Like, that could be, like, the tray. Then you could have, like, I don't know, some figurines and Like, you probably build a Lego while you're shitting in that position, but like, I go in, get my business done, then I'm out. I'm not in there to freaking build a rocket ship. I'm in there to shit and then get out. Unless it's on company time. Number 5. What's a risk you took that totally changed how you see yourself or your goals? I think a big risk I took was deciding to go to college. Actually, go back to college. There was a big part of my life where, I'm just dealing with, mental stuff. And because of that stuff, I wasn't doing well in school. I dropped out of college twice. Did some rehab stuff. But I think deciding to go back even after all of that was probably the biggest risk I've taken. When you fail that badly twice, the same thing. You kind of look at it, and other people looking at it from the outside, it's just like, why would you even attempt to do it again? But even, me being the stubborn person I am, wanting to go back. I'm glad it ended up working out because I graduated. And I think if I didn't, if I never ended up completing it, I feel like there'd be a bigger hole left inside of me than there already is. Even though it was only 2 years, it was still one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to make this a weekly series. And if you guys have any questions for me, I'll answer them in the next episode. Just leave your questions in the comments below and I'll pick some at random. So thank you guys for watching.